getting warmed up here, just moments away. We'll be back right after this. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Joining Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And with us tonight, the always insightful Kenny the Jet Smith. Kenny, it is so great seeing you.
Hey, Gregory Anthony. How are you today?
We're doing well, Kenneth.
Yeah, but it's good to have another guard on our row here, isn't it?
You know what? It just brings a whole new level of intellect to the broadcast.
Thank you so much.
Well, guards are the quarterbacks of basketball.
Well, if you want an intellect, I'm the guy to bring down from up there.
Yes.
Spell intellect for us real quick, just so we can get a taste of your...
And now we're back on to the race. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We're off. Let's go to the game.
And the power rankings now, second half of February. Interesting to see how some of these teams compare. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing what the Clippers are, they're still sorting out their roster, trying to find a way to unlock their full potential in a holding pattern, if you will. And that could change, though, at any moment.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Donovan Mitchell grew up around pro athletes. His father worked in Major League Baseball, and Donovan said, "I saw guys making millions, staying humble and grounded. I also saw the other side, so I try to treat people right. I grew up that way, and the NBA doesn't change it." Kevin, he's showing as much as he's talking about it.
What a great guy. D.A., thank you for that. So many combo guys in the backcourt now, Kenny, but there are still a few traditional style point guards left, and they're sure fun to watch.
Yeah, you still got Rondo. You still have Mike Conley.
Yep.
Obviously CP3. These are traditional point guards that think pass first. Still got LeBron. He's a traditional point guard. He passes first. So it's still fun to watch.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. And it's Ingles in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, we've got DeMarcus Cousins. Paul George is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. Knocks it loose. Fast break, here come the Jazz. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
And good defensive possession leads to Mitchell's hoop. Like all great scorers, Spida looking to get out in the open floor.
Rondo looking over the floor. Here's Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Conley. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Outside Conley. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And a little contact on the shot, but Conley with the laser focus on the finish.
Rondo passes to Leonard. Over Ingles. And no good. Trying to use the glass. The Jazz have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Kicks it to Gobert. And so just over a minute and a half played. Mitchell's shot is good.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Outside Rondo. Leonard on the wing. And the rejection by Favors. In transition, here come the Jazz. Ingles with the ball.
Man, they're making everything and look confident. 5 shots, 5 makes.
Kenny, you played for a number of coaches in your career. Which players right now do you think, as you take a look at all the players in the league, would maybe make a good head coach in the future?
Well, LeBron would be a great coach. CP3 would be a heck of a coach, probably. C.J. McCollum plays a game because there's a guy. I like guys who weren't like the star and then became it, because they understand the guys on the bench, how they feel. as well as the stars. So C.J. McCollum has kind of come up into that.
Well, that's why a lot of great coaches, it's not that they were the best player, but they played on great teams. So they get to see it. I'd throw another name out there, Rajon Rondo.
Rajon Rondo. Okay.
What about Greg Anthony?
You know,
No,
he
that's
was
the broadcast booth. No, Greg would be great.
He'd be great. I think either of you would be great.
you know, it would be fun.
I'm trying to own a team next.
That's what you want to do. You want to own. You want to own.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Now here's Rondo coming in off a 12-point game, his last outing. Inside, here's George, and George with the stop.
Getting off the floor with ease, George makes aggressive moves to the rim, looks so effortless.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Jazz leading by 7. Now the pass to Conley. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Gobert, the pass to Ingles. 6 to shoot. Now Conley. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Leonard attacking, and then Leonard with the dunk.
I hope you're not sleeping on Leonard's explosiveness. Some say he's quiet, but his game is loud.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Jazz. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. They get it back. And that one's good by Favors.
Such determination on the glass. Not boxing out Favors is a huge mistake that you cannot afford to make.
Now here's Leonard. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, but there's always this point you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Jazz leading by 7. When you look around the league, a lot of great defenders. Kenny, in your view, what makes a great perimeter defender when you think about those names?
Wow, long arms, the ability to slide your feet and play multiple positions.
So PG, Kawhi, those are a couple guys, right?
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, guys who are really going to be able to move around and feel comfortable being uncomfortable.
And I would say that I think, and PG is a terrific defender. He's an elite level defender, but the two best are Kawhi and AD, because those are the guys that can comfortably guard 1 through 5. They can guard perimeter and paint consistent.
Great footwork for both.
Yes.
And the Jazz with possession here after the basket by Los Angeles. Favors can't get it to go.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Jazz have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Conley against Rondo. Conley, the pass to Gobert. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Here's Favors. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Favors has got his second bucket.
And Favors, very reliable around the rim, can get it done over either shoulder.
To the middle, Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to Portland. Mitchell passes to Favors. Conley dishes to Mitchell. And it's good from the elbow. Mitchell's got 11 points.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
Clippers trail by 5. Outside Rondo. From deep, George. Gobert pulls it in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the rejection by Zubac. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley comes in for Rajon Rondo. The Jazz also changing it up. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Favors. Bogdanovich comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Clarkson in for Mike Conley. On the wing, Mitchell, defended by George. Mitchell kicks to Clarkson. No good from outside.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Kenny, you watched the NBA for so long. What are some things you find that make successful front offices in this league?
You can't be lazy. You got to get on the road.
Guys aren't lazy.
There's some guys there, I'm telling you. You can't be lazy. You got to be on that road. You have to understand. It's easy to see kids at Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky. But have you gone to Europe or yourself as a general manager? Have you gone in the mid-major level and been at games when there's only 1,500 in the stands, but there's Paul George playing? Yeah. Like, have you found him? That's not lazy.
And the thing, he's calling lazy, honestly, is being complacent. And the other thing you got to be, quite frankly, you got to get lucky. You know, you got to get a Kawhi. And you got to get a Giannis, or you got to get a superstar caliber player that allows you to build around. Otherwise, man, it's going to be a challenge.
Here's Leonard. Bogdanovich picking up that last basket. And it's Leonard missing.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Clippers trail by 5. One-on-one here, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
One thing pro scouts did not anticipate, Leonard becoming an elite ball handler for his position.
First trip to the line for him here.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Shoot 2.
And he makes the first.
Everywhere Leonard goes, he sets the tone with his focus and toughness, and his teammates follow suit.
So, for the Clippers, Morris is checked in for Cousins, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for George. Then for the Jazz, Royce O'Neal comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Matt Thomas in for Mitchell. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Jazz leading by 3.
Over the last few years, Jet, the step-back 3 has become a staple for some guys. Who do you think is the most consistent with it?
Harden and Doncic, easily. You know who started the step back? A guy named, the first time I ever saw it was Kiki Vander.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I never saw a step back until he played.
And it was quick.
Yeah, he used to do a quick step back. And I'd never seen the step back move ever in my life before. And I was like, what is that? Is that a walk? And he's like, no, it's a step back. And now we got the step to the step to the step to the step to the step back.
The side back.
And what's going to be the next development?
You're just going to be able to run and you don't have to dribble.
Yeah. We're seeing that right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's Clarkson. The Jazz again can't hit it. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1. And it's Leonard missing. Utah has gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Morris. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Clarkson. No good on the triple.
One player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
The Jazz shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Thomas with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland. Misses off the right iron.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game, a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. Beverly against Clarkson. That shot is off.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
Pass to Ibaka. Makes it off the glass. And it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Kenny, as a freshman, you joined one of the great lineups to ever play in college basketball with guys like Michael Jordan, Sam Perkins. I mean, it was a who's who of the game.
Yeah, Michael was so excited to play with me.
Was he?
He was just, as soon as I walked on
Chomping
campus.
at the bit, wasn't he?
When I
Because who
walked
is
on
this kid out of
campus,
New York?
he picked me up at the airport, you know, drove me around.
He had a car?
Oh, yes, he did. But then it was just great. Playing there with those kind of guys, it really gets you ready and prepares you for it.
Had you met Jordan before you went
On
to
a
Carolina?
visit, just on a visit.
On a visit you
But
had.
he wasn't the best player really at the time. Sam Perkins was the guy. He was a 4-year All-American, first team. So it was Sam Perkins who everyone was in awe, and plus he was from New York.
And the first one drops.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. There's 1:38 left in the first quarter of the game. Kennard against O'Neal. And here's Kennard. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Shot clock at 5. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard. It's certainly been a good month for these teams on the offensive glass. The 4th spot held by the Jazz.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And, guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Serge Ibaka.
And back in 08, Ibaka became the first player ever from the Republic of Congo to be drafted in the NBA.
He hits both from the stripe. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Beverly against Clarkson. The feed to Bogdanovich. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Here's Jackson, and the layup is good. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Thomas. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Clarkson. Shoots the three. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Well, whether the shots are wide open or contested, he is just having no luck right now, guys, with anything.
Now, here is O'Neal. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Trying to get open is Bogdanovic. And O'Neal gets it to go.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Jackson looking it over. That one falls. Jackson's got 6.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And always interesting to hear from Donovan Mitchell, who recently spoke about the team's progress.
Everybody had their expectations of what we should be or will be, but at the end of the day, you know, we got to be able to focus on us. You know, obviously we went through a little bit of a rough patch. You know, we're still figuring things out, but we can make adjustments and continue to build. And I think we're playing great basketball. I think we're doing things the right way.
And you know, Greg, Mitchell's going to be right in the middle of it, leading the way.
And on top of everything else he does, he's elite at getting his own shot. We've seen him carry this team offensively at times. Boy, he is special.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
So on the floor for Utah, Thomas is out there with Conley. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. And it's Ilyasova in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here is Conley. After the miss from Reggie Jackson, Thomas. They get the rebound. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Ilyasova.
Offensive rebounds are always equated with effort, and Ilyasova had it there.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bojan Bogdanovic was a pro in Europe for a decade before he joined the NBA. And the Croatian sharpshooter says, a lot of players who are happy over there, but I wanted to have another challenge, to play against the best in the world. That was the only thing that was important to me. Guys, he's lived up to that promise.
He loves that challenge, and he's having success. D.A., thank you. Now Conley. After the missed 3 from Reggie Jackson. And Ilyasova kicks to Thomas. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Clearly a foul.
The Jazz have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. First free throw is good. So for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Reggie Jackson. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Derek Favors checked in for the Jazz. Joe Ingles comes in for Royce O'Neal. And both free throws good for Thomas. Clippers leading by 3. Kenny, I'm going to ask you to look into your crystal ball while you are here sitting by us courtside. In 5 years' time, who do you think will be the top 5 teams in the league?
5 years.
Let's go ahead here.
Well,
don't you think like a Dallas would probably?
Dallas will be there. The Lakers probably still be there if Anthony Davis is healthy. The New Orleans Pelicans will be around. If Zion turns out to be
is what we think he
he'll
is,
be
right,
around. And then after that, it's a crapshoot.
The Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, if next 5 years, the Milwaukee Bucks will still be there.
And Rondo's speed right there, a big help on that play. He uses it well to knife in there, get inside, pick up a foul.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Morris. Utah also making some changes. Gobert, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Donovan Mitchell's subbed in for Thomas. Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 11. Mitchell is double. Conley for 3. He can't get it to go. And the Clippers will come the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
Now here is Conley. 20 points for him last game against Portland.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
George against Ingles. Right side, George. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. Kenny, with all the switching now defensively, it's so valuable to have a big man who can pass out of those double teams and make plays for other guys.
Giannis, number 1. Jokic, number 2. LeBron is obviously number 1A. Big guy who can pass, because we forget that he's 6'9", 6'10".
One shot.
And don't forget about Embiid as a true center.
He has gotten better.
He's a good enough passer. Their problem is they just don't space the floor as well as they need to.
The key asset is one of the biggest trade packages in NBA history. When George feels 100% physically, he's absolutely worth it.
Now here is Conley. He's got 5. Here's the floater. Second shot opportunity, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And with deceptive speed and a lengthy wingspan, defenders can sometimes just get stuck fouling favors.
It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. Both good from the line that time.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Right side, George. Passes it to Zubac. He kicks it to Rondo. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Sinks the triple. Kennard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Now, orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
On the wing, Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Out left to the wing. Favors with a wide open look. It's hauled in by Zubac.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much.
Oh,
man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena.
We'll still be talking about that tomorrow. George delivers a work of art.
Jazz trail by 7. Now Conley. He has 5. And the rejection by Cousins. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Kicks it to Mitchell, looking to end the run. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And when he's hitting from deep, Mitchell's practically unguardable. Can't crowd him out there. He'll just drive right around you.
And there's the pass to Zubac. Pass to Kennard. It's George on the wing. Here's Cousins. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Now here's Rondo. Pass to Kennard. He kicks it to George. Back to Kennard. Beyond the arc. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Jazz trail by 7. And the Jazz call time here.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And Utah also making a switch. Clarkson's checked in. And Gobert kicks to Ingles. Clarkson against Rondo.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And the rejection by Favors. Nobody near Leonard. Rebounded by the Jazz. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
We'll see if the other team will address that problem in this game, because last game, man, they just got smoked on the boards.
Now, here's Mitchell. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. With the floater, yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket for Mitchell.
And the coaching staff loves this. Mitchell being assertive on offense and just imposing his will.
Inside, here's George. Rebounded by the Jazz. Favors has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Leonard from 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now, here's Clarkson. 20 points for him last game against Portland.
Well, the thing he did most was fluster the defense. I really liked how he showed no fear and constantly attacked the lane and drew contact, which in turn got him the free throws.
Slamming it home. Part of why Favors shoots it so well from the field. Sometimes he just spikes it instead of shooting it.
Leonard, the pass to George. And that one is good. George has got 9 points now in the quarter.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Here's Clarkson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That is a tough move for Clarkson. Not the biggest guy on the floor, but making the biggest plays.
Clarkson against Rondo. Passes it to George. Clock at 6. Leonard on the wing. 3-pointer. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. On the wing, Mitchell. He's covered by Rondo. Mitchell passes to Favors. And then Favors with the dunk.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. To the paint. Cousins against Favors. And Cousins kicks to George. And the pass to Rondo. He dishes it to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And that one's good. Cousins.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And the Jazz call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Reggie Jackson's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's Jackson. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Here's Clarkson after the Clippers pick up 2. Here's Mitchell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And that's part of what Mitchell brings to the table. The willingness to operate on the perimeter or get in there and mix it up on the interior.
The Jazz have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. And he makes the first.
And how fearless is Donovan Mitchell? I mean, as a rookie, in his first playoff series, he went off for 38 in a closeout game against none other than Russell Westbrook.
And Utah making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. And Mitchell drops them both. Everly with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Kicks to Leonard. Feeds it to Ibaka. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 6th assist on the night.
One of the most unselfish players you'll ever be. Leonard doesn't care who scores. He just wants to win.
Jazz trail by 8. And here is Mitchell. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Portland. Morris against Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Mitchell. From deep 3-point range, Morris with the rebound. And what about our special guest? Kenny, thanks for taking the time to join us, dropping by. Always a pleasure. You add so much to the broadcast.
Man, thanks for having me. This is just great.
Thank you. And Brent, you and Kenny both enjoyed success in the NBA. Always great to have his perspective with us here at the broadcast table.
Well, that's nice of you, Kevin. And certainly Kenny has done some remarkable things post-career. And I love the fact that Kenny's presence, he's just got great perspective on the entirety of the game.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Thomas. Jackson against Thomas. There's 47 seconds left here in the second. Down low. Here's Ibaka. Rebound, Utah. Ilyasova's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's O'Neal. Utah keeping it alive. The new 14. And it's good. 2 points. Bogdanovich has got his 2nd basket of the night.
And I like the commitment from Bogdanovich. Even when he gets knocked around, he stays focused on the rim.
Here's Beverley. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Outside Leonard over O'Neal. And the shot is long.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 6. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. And gracing us with his presence once again after his stirring performance with the live crew. At least that's what the card I'm reading says, and it was written by the always terrific Kenny Smith.
Well, you know what it was? You called it the live crew. But you know what it was when I was down there?
It was the,
You know it's always
You know what, Kenny?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not a hater. I'm a congratulator.
Thank you.
And I must say, you did a great job. I liked it almost as much as the regular broadcast. I was impressed.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
They've got Rajon Rondo. Ivica Zubac is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Clippers leading by 3. Pass to Zubac. To the inside. Here's Leonard. Drops in the layup for 2. Leonard's got 17.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Now Mitchell. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
And that's Mitchell at his best. Playing the quarterback on this offense and leaving the D grabbing for air.
Conley against Rondo. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Leonard's got 20 points.
Well, he's so dangerous, and he's also efficient with his offensive game. Leonard right now having a tremendous offensive game.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Utah. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Conley for 3. Utah keeping it alive. A new 14. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Rudy Gobert. George looking around. Passes it to Leonard. To the paint. Here's Zubac. Great D that time from Favors. And it's Cousins with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Jazz trail by 4. Outside Conley, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Now here's Zubac. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And George, here we go.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
Here's Conley.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half, coming out on fire.
And the Clippers call time here. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Conley against Rondo. To the middle. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Just a level of power and explosiveness. Leonard just tenacious at the rim.
Jazz trail by 6. Now here's Mitchell. He's got 27. Over in the corner, Conley. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 4 assists in the game. The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. There's the pass to Zubac. Outside, George. George double teamed. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
For Utah, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Mitchell passes to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. From deep. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
George with no one around. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Well, Paul George starting to feel real comfortable right now at the three-point line.
Conley with it. 8 points for him. And the rejection by Zubac. They recover it. And here's Rondo. Pass to Leonard. Latrey. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. Conley's shot is off.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game. That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Here's Conley. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Looking to end his cold spell, and he lays it up and in. Conley's got 10 points.
And I love seeing Conley be this assertive. He has to deal with some traffic, but still takes control on that drive.
Outside, George. Zubac kicks to Cousins. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Now, Cousins just sensing there was going to be an opening and then found his man.
And the Jazz call time here. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things, never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Rondo passes to Ibaka. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Utah called for the foul.
And Paul George put his defender in the blender right there. Tough for him to guard that kind of possession.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
That free throw good from George.
The versatility of Paul George as he's matured and put some more weight on his frame through the years. He's an exceptional two-way player with outstanding length and a tremendous scoring ability.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Jazz. Jazz trail by 8. Mitchell looking it over. Here's Clarkson. Count it. Clarkson's got 6.
And the strength of Clarkson on display. Awesome job fending off the defense and not letting that deter him from scoring.
Now here is George. 22 points for him. Kennard's shot is off. Outside Bogdanovich. Mitchell outside. They get a hand on it. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Here's Gobert. And finally, that one's good. Gobert's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Outside, George. Pass to Kennard. From deep. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Kennard's got his 3rd basket of the night.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Clarkson against Rondo. On the wing, Mitchell. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Mitchell's got 30.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
It's George on the wing. The 3. Good D by Mitchell. Jazz trail by 4. It's hauled in by George. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the 2nd half. Shots good by Kennard. 11 points in the game.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
So it's Utah now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Mitchell finds Clarkson. And the shot is good. Clarkson's got 8.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments. Pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Marcus Morris is checked in for Paul George. Jackson comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. Utah also making some changes. Royce O'Neal comes in for Gobert. And it's Matt Thomas in for Mitchell. Now here's Jackson. He's got 6, and that one is good from Zubac. Jazz trail by 6. Outside, Bogdanovich. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Bogdanovich clever at finding ways to get to the line. Love seeing the aggression come out here with the defense.
The Jazz have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
Take a break.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The first one falls. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. Los Angeles leading by 4. Outside Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. And here is Ibaka. Over Thomas. Shots good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 10.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
Clarkson against Beverly, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. The Jazz making a switch here. Conley's checked in. On defense, the Clippers. They've led by as much as 10. Off the inbound, no good. The drive by Jackson. And it's Mike Conley with the rebound. And it's Conley with the ball for the Utah Jazz. 6-point game. Thomas, no luck. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Now Clarkson after the missed 3 from Reggie Jackson. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Somehow misses the two-handed jam. Fast break, here come the Jazz. Here's Conley. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. And that's 12 points for Mike Conley.
And how about the speed of Mike Conley there in transition? He explodes up the court to ensure they convert on that fast break.
Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Here's Conley. The Clippers getting the bucket. Tipped away. And Ilyasova throws it down.
And when Ilyasova gets in at the rim, the only thing that's on his mind is how he can finish on a play like that.
Conley against Beverly. He kicks it to Jackson. Morris outside. Back to Jackson. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Clarkson. And that one hits back iron.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Jazz. And it's Beverly missing.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there.
Offensive rebound. Here's Jackson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
Leonard, he's checked in for Zubac. On a switcher also for Utah. Favors is checked in. Now Conley. He's got 12. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Thomas against Leonard. Morris outside. There's the three. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Clippers lead by 3. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And so in the game for the Jazz, Bogdanovich out there with Favors. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Conley, and it's Thomas in at the 3.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Leonard, following the bucket by the Jazz. Morris passes to Jackson. Off target from outside. Utah trailing here. No one near Conley as he lets it go. And the Jazz, another 3.
Well, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
Jackson with it. Now Thomas defending, and the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in, and Utah also making a switch. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Clarkson.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Conley against Beverly. Nice ball movement by Utah. Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Offline with his 3.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it. And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Both shots good from the stripe.
You think about how quickly it was that Kawhi Leonard just rocketed into superstardom. And as a leader of a very proud franchise, if you're a coach, he's everything you'd maybe want in a player.
Now here is Conley. And Thomas has it in the corner. Pulls up on the wing. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Beverly for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here's Ingles outside. Unable to get that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Jazz trail by 5. They need this. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And he's got the smarts to take advantage of the shaky defense. Conley's been around the block a few times.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
4th selection back in the 07 draft. Conley has been a reliable guard for many years.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Paul George, he's checked in for Jackson. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. Mitchell comes in for Matt Thomas.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Conley scanning the floor. Good. Mitchell's got 32 points in the game.
One of the more powerful young guards in our game. Mitchell loves to attack the heart of the defense.
Here's Leonard. Utah with the rebound. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. And it's Mitchell missing. Mitchell against George. Inside. Stolen by Michael Conley. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Jumps up. Draws contact on the shot. And now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And there's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge. And if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it.
One shot.
And Mitchell no good on that one. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter.
You always talk about the first 2 steps in transition, and Paul George out quick and decisively that time.
Jazz have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Here's Mitchell. Good work defensively by Morris. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. The lead is 2. Down low, Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Cousins does not mess around in the post. When he's got that kind of positioning, he's going to ram it home.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Outside Conley. Now here's Gobert. The pass to Ingles. Back to Gobert. Kicks it to Conley. The teardrop falls in. Conley's got 6 here in this quarter.
Gotta admire how clever Conley is. Gifted at catching the defense off guard with that soft floater.
Well, overall, he has played basically flawless basketball, but that was a bad turnover.
Pass to Favors. Conley with it. Dishes it to Mitchell. To take the lead. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. From deep, George. The rebound by the Jazz. Ingles has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. And here is Mitchell. Over Ibaka. Another miss by Utah. LA's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. 2 points, that one goes. And the Clippers lead by 4.
He sees the court so well, Rondo. As soon as the lane opened up, he was all over it.
Utah has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Gobert against Ibaka. Launches a 3. They grab their own miss.
A fundamental footwork and boxing out there that allowed him to rip that ball right off the rim.
Yep, that one goes. And it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
Now, Paul George right now invested fully in this game and on both ends of the floor. Relentless on offense thus far.
Gobert finds Mitchell. Now Conley. He's covered by Rondo. Fades. And he overshot that one, missing. Clippers leading by 6. Here's George. Ingles with the rebound. Utah shooting well. They're at 45%. And here's Conley outside. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Ingles has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Rondo. Pass to Cousins. And stolen by Favors. Mitchell with it. George picks him up. To tie it up. Again, Conley missing. The Clippers have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. And the shot goes in. George has got 28.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Mitchell's got 16 here in the second half.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Leonard kicks to Rondo. Clippers moving the ball around. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Now Conley. Passes to Ingles. Back to Conley. And the shot goes in. Conley's got 11 points in the quarter.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And the Clippers call time here. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. Basket counts. And the Clippers lead by 5.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Now here's Conley. The pass to Gobert. Inside, Mitchell. And the rejection by Cousins.
So important for Cousins to continue to develop that defensive awareness. I like to see him showing off some of that shot blocking ability.
Now here's Leonard. To the middle. And the jam by DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, sometimes Cousins comes up with these dunks where you go, where did that come from? There's one for you, wrapped up.
Jazz trail by 5. Pass to Gobert. Now Mitchell. Hit his foot. And it's whistled a kick. Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. Gobert finds Ingles. Drains the three-pointer.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the three-pointer by Utah. Ibaka, no luck. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. The Clippers in the lead. And George kicks to Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 6 assists here tonight.
And not entering the league as a natural catch-and-shoot guy, Ibaka certainly has developed this part of his game.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Conley. Pass to Clarkson. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Rondo against Conley. Good work there as it goes.
And this is what Ibaka's supporters point to. If given the chance, he has the physical ability and skill set to do major damage on the offensive end.
Pass to Gobert. George against Clarkson. The shot comes out, and the Clippers will come the other way. Left side, Leonard. From past the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Leonard's got 27.
So money on the catch and shoot. I don't know what the defense is doing there, giving Kawhi that shot.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for Utah. They trail by 9 points. Outside Conley. To the paint. It's tipped. Looking for Favors. He gets it there. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Rajon Rondo.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. And the Clippers call time here.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Here's George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, height and length at that position for Paul George, that's problematic for a defender, and he used his size to draw the foul that time.
And he knocks down the first one. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Jazz trail by 10. Clarkson surveying the floor. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Clarkson, it's interesting for him. He's not really a point guard and not really a shooting guard, so trying to find ways to stay in the game and stay aggressive and do whatever is asked of him to earn minutes.
And both free throws good for Clarkson. Clippers leading by 8. George double teamed. Cousins, no one around him. No good on the 3.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Conley against Rondo. Here's Favors. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Leonard, the pass to Rondo, and it's in there. And the Clippers lead by 8.
A lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the final quarter. Clarkson on the wing, defended by George. Clarkson kicks to Ingles. Clock at 2. Off target from three-point range. LA has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Clippers.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split 2 games apiece.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Paul George.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Clarkson kicks to Ingles. That 3 off the mark. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's where you appreciate the physical play that DeMarcus Cousins brings to the game every night, willing to take the contact there even while he's shooting.
That one is off.
Cousins not a great foul shooter coming out of college, but with how many times he gets hacked and goes to the free throw line, he's become more and more consistent there.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Reggie Jackson's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. And he's good on the second.
And that should be enough to get the job done, even though he didn't get all of it.
Jackson against Clarkson. Lets it fly. Cousins pulls it in. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And Beverly kicks to Batum. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Gobert finds Clarkson. Here's Azubuike. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Kawhi, you have become an elite two-way player, so how do you carry that scoring load with that defensive responsibility?
It's very difficult. You know, your mind's on the whole game, 48 minutes. But, you know, my teammates get me in the groove, give me the energy to keep fighting throughout the whole 48 minutes.
Well, you did a great job of leading them tonight, man. Appreciate your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.